Yikes.
Yeah, yikes indeed. Danielle joins us now with a look at our weather situation. We all know what we did Saturday afternoon, shoveling away.
We got exercise.
That's why I got some exercise. I waited for the snow to stop and finally got out there and created a mountain of snow on the lawn.
On the sides, right? We're not supposed to put it on the streets. Yes, same thing. Although the kids were running around pushing it back in after I shoveled it off to the sides. So it took a little longer than expected. How much snow did we get is the question. So when you combine Friday and Saturday at the airport, 18 centimeters is what the report shows. So that's an official amount. But there were other unofficial amounts throughout the city, anywhere from 20 to 30 centimeters of snow. So a big wallop of snow. We have a little bit in the forecast, in this longer range forecast, but nothing like what we've seen for Friday and Saturday. Minus 14 is the base temperature with the wind chill. It feels like minus 21. Downtown, minus 13. Big Four Motors, Calgary's original Jeep store and more in Taza Park, also at minus 13 for a base temperature. We're going to continually be dealing with wind chill in the teens and in the 20s through tonight, through tomorrow morning. But tomorrow, a high of minus 4. Partly cloudy skies, and just a wind chill of minus 8. That's nothing compared to what we've had, right, Ian? Where do you think's coming up?
You know, it is pretty sad when we look at minus 4 or a wind chill of minus 8 and think, oh, that's a big improvement.
Right, but when we got 18 to 30 centimeters of snow, you know, Friday through Saturday, and with the wind chill, it feels like the minus 20s right now. Our little short-term warm-up blip thing that we're getting tomorrow will feel quite balmy.
Oh, well.
And it will come with a little bit of sun. I'm trying here. But it's really just a short-term warm-up, then we drop once again for quite a bit. Okay, Capital Chev Skycam, we have some clouds out there. There is a little bit of flurry activity happening around us, so we have the potential of seeing a few flurries, but nothing significant, no accumulation. But if you're driving out there, you may see a couple snowflakes over the next couple of hours, and then that's it. With the wind chill, it feels like minus 22 in Calgary. So it is absolutely chilly out there. I'm sure you were out there at some point today and you felt that. Minus 27 is what it feels like with the wind chill in Red Deer, minus 17 in Claresholm, and minus 21 in Medicine Hat. So yes, it is absolutely cold out there. Atmospheric rivers still driving lots of moisture into California. We're catching a bit of this. So some of this is even making its way over to our side of the Rockies. So a little bit of moisture. Again, by the time it gets here, a lot of it drying out. So east of Highway 2, we are looking at some activity. No huge accumulations. For Calgary, if we get anything at all, it won't be any accumulation, but maybe a couple snowflakes here and there. Let me play out the Futurecast here because the big thing to talk about is the longer range forecast, not really the immediate forecast. Tomorrow looks like a fairly quiet day. We will have some cloudy periods out there, but we're going to get a good enough wind from the west that will knock our temperatures into at least the minus single digits. But again, some cloud cover out there at times. So looking at that Capital Chev 5-day forecast, minus 4 is our high for tomorrow. This will come with some sunny periods. This will come with some cloudy periods. Things unfold a little differently as we go later this week. So there is the potential of a few flurries on Wednesday, nothing significant, but you can see temperatures dropping once again. So a few flurries possible, minus 10 as a high. We will continue to drop, minus 12 as a high for Thursday. Now Thursday night, we're looking at a decent chance of snow that will carry into Friday. We're not looking at a large amount of snow like this past system. Anywhere from 1 to 3 centimeters is possible, and it will drag in a cooler air mass. So just a high of minus 14 on Friday. Although tomorrow is a little blip of warm air, be prepared for a cold work week for the rest of the work week. I want to show you the Capital Chev 10-day trend just to give you an idea of a warm-up that's on the way, because a lot of people are looking forward to this. So while we're looking at a cold work week for us, by the time we get into next week, even the weekend, things are going to start to warm up, and we'll get above the freezing mark likely by the middle of next week.
Small blessings, I suppose, when it goes up to minus 4, right?
Right, but longer term forecasts by middle of next week.
Yes.
Above the freezing mark.
Oh, I like that.
I know, I thought you might. Yeah, so, you know, there's some warmth down at the end of that very long tunnel. Minus 14 is the current temperature. Today's high, minus 13, with a wind chill of minus 20 at times in the morning. Now, normal is that freezing mark. I just want to break down tomorrow for you in the morning because it's a little more reasonable tomorrow, but still cold. So I want to drive that point home. Minus 14 is what it will feel like with the wind chill at 8 a.m. So it's still a chilly start, but in the afternoon, minus 4 is the base temperature, feeling more like minus 8 with some sunny periods, and the winds should be fairly calm in the afternoon. So a nice day. When you look at that longer range forecast, Capital Chev 3-day forecast, minus 10 by Wednesday, minus 12 by Thursday. So there's that 1 day blip, and then we do cool down quite a bit for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Ian.
It feels like nearly 20 below out there tonight. Danielle joins us now. We just got to get through a really cold night, and then it gets a little nicer on the other side.
Yeah, short-term nicer. And you're right, we have had quite a go lately. We range from 18 to 30 centimeters of snow Friday through Saturday in this lovely city. And it's been cold. And it's, as Tara said, cold out here right now. I certainly feel it. With the wind chill right now, it feels like minus 22. So there's a bite in the air. There will be less of a bite in the air tomorrow, but still cold. I mean, in the morning with the wind chill, it'll feel like minus 14. So certainly an improvement, and by the afternoon a high of minus 4, and at times it will feel like minus 8 with that wind chill. A lot of sunshine out there for tomorrow, but also some cloudy periods. Now this is a 1 day warm up thing thanks to winds out of the west. It will get much colder after tomorrow. I'll show you that coming up, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. Connect with Danielle one more time for our 5-day forecast. It's cold.
Yeah, out there, certainly fresh. You know, your nostrils get stuck together as you breathe in the lovely cold that we're all so used to. We're going to have more cold weather in the longer range forecast. It's cold right now, but we get a 1 day blip in it for tomorrow where things will be very mild in comparison to what it's out there right now. Minus 22 is what it feels like with the wind chill in Calgary. Minus 24 is what it feels like in Red Deer. Minus 20 in Pincher Creek and Medicine Hat. Minus 19 in Lethbridge. Minus 21 in Brooks. Yes. It's chilly. All right, at this point, the atmospheric river is still directed right at California. That's that upper level path of a lot of moisture, and some of it making its way up to us. Now, we're not looking at any significant snowfall in this week's forecast, but we will see a little bit later this week, about 1 to 3 centimeters Thursday and through Friday. Right now, though, yes, there are a couple snowflakes falling in parts of Calgary. This is nothing that's going to accumulate. This will be nothing significant, and this is really starting to die out for the night as well. To the east of the QE2, there is some snowfall. In most cases, this is not significant, and this is very short-lived. Again, that will die out too in those overnight hours. So I'll show you that. Here's the Futurecast, and you can see that little blip of snowfall off to the east of Highway 2, and that's out for tomorrow. So tomorrow the story is we'll get some cloud cover, especially to the east of QE2 and Highway 2, but for Calgary we'll see cloudy periods at times. We'll also see some sunny breaks. And thanks to a nice wind out of the west, it'll be a little warmer tomorrow. All right, looking at that Capital Chev 5-day forecast. Minus 4 with a wind chill of about minus 8 tomorrow afternoon. Again, some sunshine, some cloudy periods. After that, though, we go on the decline once again. Minus 10 on Wednesday. We have a small chance of seeing a couple isolated flurries, nothing significant. By Thursday, a mix of sun and cloud, a high of minus 12. Thursday, late Thursday, in through early Friday is when we get the chance of getting about 1 to 3 centimeters of snow. I'll keep my eye on that for you because it is a bit of a ways away to be forecasting snowfall totals. Minus 14 as a high for Friday, and then it's up from there because by middle of next week we should be above the freezing mark. Tara?
Thank you, Danielle. All right, guys, we can't actually mock Toronto. We can't be too smug about this because our own city was a little hard to get around on Saturday with all the snow.
Yeah.
And Travis Boyd, in his debut game with the Minnesota Wild, had to run the last few blocks to the Saddle Dome to get there in time for the warm-up. So this is Boyd and the Wild's team services manager, Dominic Hennig, running past a long line of cars. Those were fans waiting to get into the Saddle Dome parking lot. So Boyd's plane from Toronto landed at noon. The team's warm-up skate was at 1:28. So at 1 o'clock, he was still sitting in traffic. It wasn't moving. And they're like, we got to run. So they grabbed the equipment bag Hockey fans apparently were cheering as they were running past and they realized what was happening. He got inside the Saddle Dome at 1:15, so he had 13 minutes to spare for the warm-up skate.
Game started at 2. He played pretty well, to be quite honest with you, for a guy under that much pressure to get there.
Well, he probably had all the adrenaline going at that point, I bet.
Would.
Yeah. Well, life sometimes can feel like you're on a hamster wheel, but hopefully it never gets this out of control. Oh, no. Oh. See, I think you're only supposed to put one hamster in at a time. That was the first mistake. And I'm going to say the hamster that got caught up flipping around the wheel probably has trust issues now.
I don't know. I think that one just laid down because it could go around and do that. I mean,
I don't know.
Maybe it was fun. That was a lot of fun.
I hope he was okay. I'm sure he was dizzy after that, that's for sure. Well, kids are usually pretty easy to entertain, but when a dog and bubbles are involved, it gets even better. You can't beat a baby's laugh, especially this little guy getting such a kick out of his bubble-biting buddy there. The dog seems pretty into this, too. This is just good times.
Oh, that's so sweet.
What a great laugh.
It lasts for hours.
I know. That's cute.
Here's your Capital Chev Skywatch camera, and there's a bite in the air, as you know, if you've been outside at all in the last few days. So it's definitely cold. We'll warm up. It will be a one-day warm-up, and then we'll tank once again in temperatures for a few days. Well, for at least the rest of the work week. So be prepared, other than tomorrow, for quite a cold work week. All right, just a look at snowfall amounts for the snowfall we had on Friday and Saturday. Quite a range in Calgary as usual. 18 was the official amount that was registered at the airport, but in and around the city, some areas got 20 centimeters, some areas got up to 30 centimeters. So a big heap of snow that we got Friday and Saturday. We don't have that in the forecast for this week. We just have a little bit of snow in the forecast for this week. Drumheller about 17 centimeters, Brooks 18, Medicine Hat 13, and Lethbridge 17 centimeters from that snowfall last week. All right, right now it's cold. That's going to be the story except for tomorrow. Minus 21 is what it feels like with the wind chill in Calgary, minus 24 in Red Deer, minus 20 in Pincher Creek. Yes, it's cold. A few flurries in Calgary, but that's really starting to die out. Really from Brooks to Taber to Medicine Hat before this is all said and done. Could pick up a couple centimeters, but this isn't a significant burst of snow for most communities. All right, 2 degrees in Salmon Arm for tomorrow, 3 in Kelowna, minus 9 in Edmonton, so colder on our side of the Rockies, but an improvement tomorrow in comparison to today. Minus 4 for Calgary, minus 12 for Drumheller, minus 9 for Medicine Hat, minus 8 for Lethbridge. Capital Chev 10-day trend showing you a little warmer tomorrow with a high of minus 4. Then we dip down into the minus double digits and minus teens for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but above the freezing mark by the middle of next week, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. I can't believe it. It feels like we just did that.
Right.
Love it.
I'll be at that one.
That's always a great event. Yeah, that is a fun event for the kids, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So one-day warm-up. And when I say warm-up, it's warmer in comparison to what we have now. Yeah, we're still below normal for temperature, but minus 4 is a high with a wind chill of minus 8 in the afternoon. Not bad considering what we've had. So we got a huge wallop of snow last week. We're not looking at that for this week, but we'll see flurries here and there. Wednesday, we could see a couple snowflakes. Thursday night and through Friday, 1 to 3 centimeters possible. Cooler, certainly cooler Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, as you can see, but then we'll be on an upward trend. And by the middle of next week, we should be above the freezing mark. Yes, I said it. I'll keep my eye on that for you. Weather Window brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors, crafting quality windows and doors for your style budget in Alberta's climate. And Yasser has the right idea. It doesn't matter how much snow. You can barbecue a bunch of nice,
sure you
lovely
can.
steak.
Anytime.
Sure,
anytime,
yeah.
right?
This is
It's
Calgary.
Alberta, yeah, come on. Have a great night. Thanks for your company.